What is up, my little baby internet land? So first off, apologies for the voice. I'm kind of getting over a thing. But wow, there is a war brewing on TikTok right now about like cradle Catholics, quote unquote, versus converted Catholics. And by converted Catholics, I'm not talking about the ones who like married into Catholic families. Like my mom married into a Catholic family and then went through the whole process of learning about Catholic guilds and all that fun stuff, right? But like the people who, like JD Vance, who converted to like this Opus Dei Catholicism or whatever, not traditional, Catholic mass. Anyway, I had some thoughts on it, and of course everybody is welcome in the church, but I just like it's gonna look different how everybody practices. Us cradle Catholics, we had certain lessons drilled into us through life, and there's no way to get those out of our brain, quite frankly. So we're kind and we're compassionate and we're caring and we're empathetic, and actually we're just kind of Christ-like in our actions, right? And converted Catholics, they're more, like they proselytize their religion. They talk about it. They talk about their faith rather than like how we live it. Like we don't really talk about it. It's weird that we have all been talking about it so much because legit we don't talk about it. It's like freaking Fight Club. Once you're out and you don't talk about it. I mean, anyway, I had some thoughts on why cradle Catholics practice differently, on why our existence was just so trained to be different than the ones who converted as adults. So yeah, just check out these thoughts. They're not very long, but yeah, it's crazy. We really, as former like practicing Catholics, we don't talk about our faith. We don't talk about our faith, but like we're all talking about our faith. It's strange. I'm just putting this out there. There are a couple of things that converted Catholics are missing that we had that they just simply didn't. And it really affected the way that we culturally practice Catholicism, even in adulthood, without attending Mass or things like that. We still live out the values of the church. The first reason, and one of the biggest reasons why we do that, grandma, okay? Because if you weren't actively, existing as the church wanted you to, like just with kindness and empathy and caring and compassion, grandma is disappointed in you. And you know what grandma is capable of? That, oh God, Catholic guilt, okay? And my fellow cradle Catholics, you're with me. You felt this before. That guilt is fucking strong. Another thing they're missing is we had a lot of exposure to saints when we were children. Like Saint Francis of Assisi has always been an inspiration of my life. His caring and compassion for animals, I have taken that so far. If you look at the back of my chair here, yeah, I've got 3 cats, and they were strays that I took in. And I'm contemplating taking another in that I literally, I'm having to get a sling for to carry around because he can't get along with the other kitties, but he just wants to cuddle. So, yeah. But we had things like CCD, we had our catechism, we were exposed to all of these lessons of how to be Christ-like in life. And they simply weren't exposed to that stuff. They didn't grow up with, extensive Catholic guilt. Like if I were JD Vance and I shook the Pope's hand the day before he died, I would never be okay again. And I haven't been to Mass since I was 12. However, I have my previous priest. His email is in my contacts because I talk to him regularly. I may not attend Mass, but culturally, I'm still apparently practicing Catholic in his eyes. And everyone knows what Father Tim says goes, or insert your priest name there. But just, these are things that they didn't have the exposure to, that we were inundated with. They taught us to be Christ-like in action. That's why a lot of us, we are not with the church anymore, but we're, leftist. We're what the unfortunate name would be social justice warriors. Like, we care about social issues. We care about human rights. We care about animal rights. We care about the environment. Sorry, but the church taught us to be this way. And adult converts just simply don't have that exposure to that level that we do. So yeah, the way they practice Catholicism is going to look a lot different than how we would. But the church is welcome to all. But guys, you gotta stop judging us because we are not actively participating in Mass. We're just trying to protect our hips from turning to dust. Yeah, that's happening to my grandma, who I blame the kneelers. It's totally the kneelers, guys.